guys, on this video we're gonna learn the Daryl's Hot Shot cut. So this is an awesome cut. Love doing it. Looks really neat. Gives you that kind of a neat, like tossing the card and catching it. Just people freak out when they see cards flying through the air. So here's the mechanics of this, how it's done. You're gonna clip the deck in your hand here, ready to do the scissors cut. You do the cut. Now you get to this point where your fingers are jammed in between the two packets. Remember where I talked about that earlier? Get your finger jammed in there. Now you're going to pull out your finger like this. And when you pull your finger out, you're going to keep like pressure against that bottom card. What that'll do is it'll actually pull that card out and extend it. And you're going to switch from your first finger to your second finger. And that second finger is going to contact the corner of the card. Push up. When you push up, it actually twists the card and flicks it out. So what it does is it's actually going to twist the card and the corner will flick down here, flick like that. When it flicks is when it comes out of the deck, it'll flick and it gives it that momentum and it causes it to spin through the air. So when you do that, it gives it that momentum, flicks, flies through the air, so it looks like this. Cut it. Flick it here, catch it like that. So I show you one more time what that looks like. That. Just flick it, flies through the air, and you catch it in your hand. So we're going to teach the flick a little bit better and then the catch. Okay. So again, you do the cut. When you're clipped here, you're going to extend first finger, extending the card out. Switch from your first finger to your second finger. Push up, that snaps the card out, shoots it to the air. Now, what you want to do is flick the card up a little bit. So actually flick your wrist up. What that'll do is give an arch to the card. It'll actually arch the trajectory of the card, and it will cause it so it doesn't go flying way over here. If you just flick it and don't arch your hand at all, or don't flick your wrist, the card's just gonna fly across the room. And you have to run 10 feet and try to catch it, and you're not going to catch it. So if you give it that little flick of the wrist, it'll arch the card a little bit, and you'll be able to catch it. You won't have to stretch like 20 feet down, to try to catch the card. So show you that. Cut it, pull it out, and you go up like that. It gives it that little arch. Okay. So now we sort of got the flick of the card and catching it down. Now I want to talk to you guys a little bit about how to catch the card. Okay. So when you catch the card, I'm going to make sort of like a claw shape with your hand like this. And so your fingers are kind of up, but kind of curved and kind of facing out. They're not straight up like this, but they're kind of curved. Like sort of like that, if you can kind of see that. Now I'll actually set the rest of the deck down and just use one card so I can show you this a little bit better. The card actually will fly through the air, and with your hand like this, when it hits your hand, if it has momentum and it tries to go a little bit forward, it won't be able to go and fall off the front of your hand because your fingers are up. If your hand was flat and it hit, it could just go like that and just fly right off the end of your hand, which is not good. So with your hands up, it can hit like that and it'll get stopped. Now, another thing that I do is when it hits, I drop my hand slightly. Now, that's a little exaggerated just so you can kind of see it on camera, but when it hits, I drop my hand. The reason I'm dropping my hand is to allow the energy of the card to dissipate throughout the air. And physics at work there. The card hits and then the energy dissipates throughout the air, which helps it. So if it's got all that energy and you just leave your hand flat, it hits, it's going to do this. It could do this if it has enough force. It'll hit, and it could bounce off your hand and fly out into your audience, and it's not good. This is not good at all. You don't want cards flying through the air and hitting spectators in the face. Not a good thing. So nobody will come to your next show, or if they do, they'll all be wearing goggles. So yeah, you gotta try. You gotta practice this way to dissipate the energy of the card. So the card flies through it, hits your hand, and you just drop slightly down, and that's going to cause the energy to dissipate through. So I want to do the flick and just let you guys kind of see this in real time, what this looks like, because I can't really slow it down too much right now, like that. So you kind of see the lowering of my hand and everything. And what we're going to do is actually take, I'm going to do it again and have it slowed down for you, so you can actually see, kind of focusing just on my hand, and let you see the card just in slow motion, landing my hand to see what my hand does when the card hits. So take a look at that. So now you've seen that. What we're going to do now is, so you saw how I catch the card. What I want you to talk about is just how you're going to practice this. When you practice this, you want to practice by starting out just by doing the shoot and not actually trying to catch the card. So just practice shooting the card out of the pack, like that. Okay. That's all you want to practice right now, is just getting the card to shoot out. Okay. Don't practice catching it yet. You want to watch where the card flies, practice how you're going to arch it, everything like that, and get that practice down and get that good. Once you're good and you get a sort of an idea of where the card's going to go when you shoot it, that'll give you a position of how to know where to hold your hand, roughly where to put your hand for when you shoot the card. So if you notice, my hand is kind of in a position already to catch it, so it's where I know the card's going to go, roughly. And then if I see it go a little bit too far forward or a little bit too far back, I know where to go to catch that. So, again. Okay. And after you get that down, you see where it's going. Then you practice flicking it, and then practice catching the card, because then you'll be able to focus on catching it and not focus on flicking it and catching it. Two different sides of your wings trying to work here, and they conflict each other. So if you get the flick down, you don't really have to think about the flick or the shooting of the card. You just have to think of the catching of the card. So I think that's a lot easier way to practice it and to learn it. So practice it, get that down, and subscribe if you're not a subscriber to my channel. Subscribe to the channel so you get the latest videos. If you did see the last video on the scissors cut, there's a link in the video right about here. I'll take you back to that last video. And what else? Yeah, subscribe. Check out the website, Sideshow Productions. Link in the description. And yeah, nothing really else I can think of other than check out the next video. And the next video is going to be on Daryl's